What's up, everybody? The Not On MC back again with another Quantum Leap review, and this time it's episode 5, Salvation or Bust. This time, Ben leaps into 1898. Now, the synopsis says 1898, but I swear in the show they said something about 1870 something. I think it's a little wrong. But anyway, it says Ben is transported back into 1898 and the rustic frontier town of Salvation, where he must take on a deadly outlaw. Magic, Jenn, and Ian face a new threat when a curious senator shows up at the headquarters asking a lot of questions about the Quantum Leap program. There was a lot in this. I actually didn't really have high hopes for this episode. I was like, okay, first of all, he leaps out of his own lifetime. We can forgive that. Now we know why. But anytime you get a Old West and time travel, you're like, all right, Back to the Future 3. Luckily that didn't turn into that. I can't remember the man he leaps into, but he's an old gunslinger. He's leaped into an old man. Correct me if I'm wrong, people in the chat. Did we ever even see him in the mirror? There was a little time where I had to switch what I was watching on. I don't even know if we saw him in the mirror. If we did, forgive me. Tell me in chat. Tell me in comments. I mean, but this is the first leap we've had where him and Addison, remember each other. He remembers Addison, and that's a whole new dynamic for this one. It's not the buddies of Sam and Al. It is Ben and Addison, and they're a couple. So it is a different aspect, and you see that a couple times in the episode. You see him share like these little moments when she's trying to teach him how to shoot, and I loved how her hand kind of phased through his, but she was trying to hold his hand, and then at the end of it, they try to hold hands. But yeah, they're trying to, they're supposedly, he's supposed to gun down this outlaw to save the town. And if he doesn't, the town basically gets wiped off of the map. And, I didn't, like I said, I didn't have high hopes for this episode, but this episode surprised me like it does every single week. These episodes don't seem like much, and then they smack you in the face. It said like a senator comes and checks on the Quantum Leap project, and, man, did I gain new respect for Addison? Is she just yes ma'am the hell out of this lady? Excuse me, but everything was yes ma'am. I mean, just straight up yes ma'am the hell out of this lady, and it was hilarious. Ian and Jen kind of did the same thing. They really didn't give her anything, but then she kind of figured it out. She kind of figured out, all right, somebody leaped. Ben's not there. What's going on? And then Magic pulled a ruthless card and was like, hey, you and your brother were in a car wreck and your brother died. We can leap back and save him. Totally lying to her, unless they figure out a way to leap to a certain point. But just buying time. Magic is kind of ruthless, man. Magic doesn't want this to fail. He wants to get he wants to get Ben back. But man, this was a good episode. The leap was really prominent in this one. It wasn't as much as in the present time. I mean, it wasn't quite 50-50. It was more in the leap, in my opinion. And it was good. And like I said, I didn't expect much of an Old West episode, but it was good. And I was sitting there at the end of the episode, and spoiler alert, guys, if you don't want spoilers, here it goes. I'm fully expecting Ben to leap, and then someone comes up to him and says, I know who you are, Ben. Dr. Ben song from the year 2022. Stop following me. If I didn't scream and my jaw drop on the floor, because all the possibilities of who that could be. You see the guy in the episode earlier looking at Ben, and and for a hint, like for a split second, I was like, I wonder if that's Sam. I wonder if it's Sam, like watching. And then when he kind of threatened him and said, stop following me, I still kind of thought it was Sam. I was like, maybe, and my fiance said, well, maybe he's messing something up by leaping. Maybe he is messing up something for Sam. And then I said, well, maybe that was Sam and he doesn't want to come back. Maybe he wants to keep doing what he wants to do. But I don't know. I don't think so. And then I was like, Evil Leaper maybe? And that, I don't know. There's so many possibilities. Tell me what you guys think in the comments. This was a hell of an episode. I am so looking forward to every week, every Monday, even though it interrupts wrestling. I'm a big wrestling fan. At 9 o'clock, it shuts off and Quantum Leap is on. And it's a good show. If you didn't hear, NBC just ordered more episodes. I think it's doing better on Peacock than it is on NBC. But I don't care. As long as we get it, as long as they don't cancel it, the people who had faith in this show are it's starting to pay off. There's so many different storylines that are just hitting us in the face every single week. And it's really good. It gets better and better. And next week is the San Francisco earthquake one. So that's one I know a lot of people are looking forward to, episode 6. So we're gonna see. I want to know who that guy was. Was it Sam? At first I was like, maybe it's Janice, but I was like, no, Janice and him were working together at the very beginning. So because if you remember, Janice looked like she was working on an imaging chamber, and she had the old comlink. Speaking of comlinks, I gushed so hard when Addison was trying to get information, and she smacked her comlink twice, and it made a little noise. It didn't go beep, but it went doo 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 doo. I freaked out. I was like, she fucking hit it. It was so good. My inner Quantum Leap fan jumped for joy on that one. But guys, tell me what you thought of this episode. We do these every Monday. I try to put them up as quick as I can after the episodes are over. Eventually, I'll start doing lives right after, and we can all discuss. But if you're not a subscriber, please hit subscribe. I want the whole Quantum Leap community to come here and discuss this. It'd be so awesome. We got to keep this show alive because this show is really good. And there's so many ways they could go about it. Who was the guy? Where's Ben going? It's just so much. It's so much going on. And it was a great episode. But like, comment, share, subscribe, please. And we'll be back next Monday for more Quantum Leap. See you next time.